The people you've been learning the Bible from, they've been lying to you.
Deuteronomy 32 and verse 28. And the reason why we're going into the scripture, we're going to show you how, like, with our people, we got to understand this. We got to stop trying to understand the white man. There's no understanding in the white man. And what we're going to bring out, we're going to show you according to the Bible, so we can prove everything I'm saying, so you can now come back to your heritage, your culture found right here in this Bible, right?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 28. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them.
There's no understanding in these oppressors, man. They are no people according to the Bible. They are the vagabonds of the earth, man. They are the murderers of the earth. They are the thieves of the earth. Last night I heard Donald Trump saying that we're going to take Gaza. How is that possible? Because they bombed it and now it's voided, and they had a meeting saying, like, we gotta buy these resources. He said, no, we're going to take it because that's his culture. He's a thief and his nation of people. How do you think America was built? It was built off of lies, off of theft, off of murder. That's how America was established, from the hands of the oppressor. And God, the Bible was telling our people to separate from this man, because God is going to bring his kingdom down. He brought down a bunch of kingdoms. He brought down Greece, Rome, Syria, Babylon the Great. He brought these places down, man. Any empire that was in the past, it fell down to the ground. And America is the last empire that God's going to bring destruction to, man. And we got to get out the way. God is warning us. He's sending a piece of providence of the ISUPK out here in the highways and byways as commanded to warn our people. Because the pastors is not warning our people. He wants us to join with them so we can be caught in their destruction. When God, the Bible is telling you, listen, get out the way. Because when this bullets come through, it's going to hit hard, man. This is what we're telling our people. We're wanting the people to separate from this nation, this society, and this culture. Meaning you still can go to work and work a 9 to 5, but you don't have to join with the oppressor, like our leaders did. Martin Luther King telling us to join hands with the oppressor. You got to separate from them, man, because these leaders today that we have, they're failing us. They're following the ways of Christianity, to join with the devil, to side with the devil, and not God of the Bible, man. So from the top again.
Verse 28, for they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them.
Neither is there any understanding in them, man. God, the Bible is telling us we got to stop trying to join with these people. Stop trying to understand them. I say this all the time. The oppressor put us, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, into slavery for 400 plus years. And now we're looking for them for saving, for any resources to help us. That's not going to happen. That doesn't make sense. That is a crazy thing to think of. You're thinking of a man that put you and your family. Separate your daughter from the father. Separate your sons from the father. And 400 years later, you now think he's going to fix the problem that he created. No, we got to separate from them. They have a perpetual hatred to us, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians. And that word perpetual means a forever hatred, man. He hates us forever. There's no love in the white man's heart. If he did, he would have gave the Native American Indians back their land. This stolen land that they're occupying right now, still to this day. And yet they're building resources and giving, they got blood on their hands from this place that they established called America. By stealing from the Native American Indians, by putting blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians into slavery, man. Hanging them from trees, burning them alive, feeding their sons for alligator bait. They even had a carnival back in the day where they sit a Negro baby and they throw a ball at it and hit it in the water to get a prize. These are all things that we forgot, man, that we got to remember so we can understand who the devil is according to the Bible, man. Now drop that. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and start at verse 43. We're going to go all the way to verse 50. Now, we got to go back to the days of old, like I said earlier in the book of Deuteronomy 32 and 7, so we can understand our history and why God, the Bible, is saying this. And you will go back to understand why you've been destroyed in this place called America for 400 plus years.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Now, you want to know why you're in the condition that you is, and you look at all these other heathens, like I say, if you couldn't identify the condition that we're in, that we at the bottom of society, we're homeless, we can't support our family, we can't even take care of our kids, we can't find our jobs, we're looking for all resources from these oppressors. And these are the problems that goes on in our community, the tribulations that goes on in so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. But if you want to understand it, you got to understand what God, the Bible, is saying. Stop from the top one more time.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Now the stranger, according to the Bible, these are heathens, people that are non-Israelites, that are not on this 12-tribe chart. God chose a people. These other nations, which are strangers, are above thee. When he say thee, he's talking about us. They are above us. And this is why when you, like I said earlier, when you go to your local Walmart, You see it filled with Africans. I know I ain't tripping, but I see a bunch of Africans at Walmart nowadays. And they are above us. They getting all the proper resources and all the benefits. You can go to your local gas station, you see a heathen. You see nobody that look like us, look like you. But for some reason, you see a stranger in your community, but yeah, he can have a thriving business while we are destroyed in our community. Now, make that make sense. I'm pretty sure in the poorest community that you can think of, we should have a business that's filled with our people so we can benefit from it. But we don't have those things because we are destroyed as a people. And why we got to separate from our oppressor, our enemy, according to the Bible, who is God's enemy, once we come back to his laws, statutes, and commandments. You got it? Right?
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
We shall serve thy enemies, what we're doing right now as we speak in this place called America. Spiritually Egypt, spiritually Babylon the Great, spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah, right?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
And the Lord is doing this thing. He is sending these other nations against thee, man. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians. You want to know why you're in this condition? Because the Lord put you in this condition, right?
In hunger and in thirst.
In hunger and in thirst. We got to go to the oppressor or any other nation for a bottle of water, which is free. Water is all through the planet Earth, but we got to pay for water. That's to show you how destroyed we is, man. And in hunger. We have apples that grow from trees that the Lord put on this earth, but yet we gotta pay for a bag of apples. Make that make sense, man. This is how oppressed we are as a people, right?
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. We gotta go for them for any type of clothes, for type of resources to cover ourselves, man. This is how destroyed we is when all these resources grow from the earth, the planet Earth. But the oppressor is so powerful right now because we're separated from God, the Bible. God sent him on these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians. And then we got to go to him for all these resources. We got to go to him for a bottle of water, for apples, for grapes that grows on a grape farm from the earth because the white man took it and leave us nothing, man, so he can keep his foot on our neck. And this is why we are destroyed as a people, man. We got to separate from this oppressor. Get white Jesus out of our mind. White Jesus is not saving us. We've been looking for white Jesus for 400 plus years, and he has not helped us yet. The oppressor knows that we're destroyed because we're serving him and his nation. That white Jesus that we serve is dropping bombs on Afghanistan. That white Jesus that we serve is dropping bombs on Gaza. That white Jesus that we serve is dropping bombs on Israel. That's his nation of people, man. And that's Donald Trump. That white Jesus is is his nation of people is Donald Trump, man. We got to separate from him. He's the pharaoh of the earth right now that we got to separate from. We got to get away from that people, man. Just look around. You see nothing but oppressors happy, just happy and jolly. And then look at our people. Look at the condition of us. We're sad. We're destroyed. We're at the bottom. We can't even go to a hotel because we can't even afford it. We don't have no business to make so we can sleep happy, man. We got to go back and sleep on the damn the crates on the bed string. We ain't forget about these days, man. We gotta go back into the room with no heat, no air conditioning. Where the person can go in with the windows cracked open, drinking lemonade, happy, enjoying the sun. While we in the house baking. When in DC, we say baking when it's too hot. We in the house baking with no AC. The fan don't work. We got roaches and rats in our place, man. This is a condition that we've been living in because we're not following the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're one